Welcome back. So today we are going to learn how to perform different type of mathematical calculations in C++. Today we are going to see that. So how do we perform mathematical calculations? Now you see we can perform different type of mathematical calculations like addition, subtraction. You know what is the symbol for addition? That is plus symbol across, and then for minus we have a dash kind of a symbol. So these are called operators. So you need to understand that there are certain mathematical operators in C++. You should write this down in your copy, mathematical operators. So what are the different mathematical operators in C++? Plus for addition. Remember, this is for addition. And then we have this minus for subtraction. And then slash for division. And then we have asterisk or a star for multiplication. We don't have that X that is used in mathematics. And then we have percentage to get the remainder. When a number is divided by another number, when it is divided, the remainder, if you want it, you can get it using the modulus operator. This is called the modulus operator, the percentage symbol. And the slash is used to get the quotient. I am going to show you how it works. Suppose I want to add two numbers, say for example 5 and 6. So how do I do that? So here is the program. We'll begin with the header file. I believe you remember that. We begin with the header file, iostream.h followed by conio.h followed by void main. And here what we have is we begin with clear screen first. After clearing the screen, what we do? We'll add 5 and 6. So this is what we write. You see how simple. 5 plus 6. That's it. This will give you 11. So that means cout not only displays certain textual content on the screen, it is also used to perform mathematical calculation. So in this case, what is the output we are going to get? Naturally 5 plus 6, that is output will be 11. Output will be naturally 11. If you try running this program, you are going to get the output as 11. Now, say for example, I want to perform two calculations. That is, I want to multiply 7 and 8 as well. So what do I do? So cout, what I am going to do, I am going to write 7 into, remember the into symbol, into 8. So it's going to display 5 plus 6, 11, and 7 into 8, that is 56, will be displayed however in the same line because I don't have an endl. Remember those endl or backslash and still works over here. So here we have 56 over here. It will look like 1156. So don't you think it looks odd? Therefore, don't forget to put an endl over here. If there are two questions, two calculations involved for a particular question, even if it is not specified to show the output in different lines, please make sure you put the endl statement. Otherwise, the output will be coming in on the same line and you won't be able to understand. Now, in the previous class, what did you learn? In the previous class, a class prior to this, what did you learn? You learned that we can display textual content, and here what you are learning that we can perform mathematical calculations. So here what we are trying to do is we will try to merge this two, that is print the textual content and as well as perform mathematical calculations together. What will be the result? The result is you will have a good formatted output. So what I am going to do is, this will look perhaps more better. See, what I am going to do is, I am going to write 5 plus 6 equal to, and then I write 5 plus 6. Now note that 5 plus 6 equal to is within quotes. And here you see 7 into 8 equal to, again within quotes, and then out here I have 7 into 8. And here, of course, I am going to put an endl, otherwise everything will be coming on the same line and nothing can be understood. So now let's understand the output. Now in the last class, we have learned that anything you enclose within the quotes, that is double quotes, Some of you have written in your assignment which I had given you, you have written codes this way, like in English, you have put 6, 6 and 9, 9. No, in computer it is always vertical, straight lines. Remember, that is why I am never putting the codes this way, a curve. It's always straight. So here, what we do is, say for example, 5 plus 6 equal to, this is within quotes. And what does C++ understand by quotes? If you put quotes, it means that display things as it is. That is, whatever is placed inside the content, it will be displayed as it is. So the computer is going to display, output will be 5 plus 6 equal to. After displaying that, what is there? 5 plus 6. However, this time we don't have a quote. That means C++ understands that it has to add these two numbers, that is 5 and 6. We call it technically evaluation. So it's going to evaluate this calculation. So what does it do? 5 plus 6, that is 11. And then what do we have? Endl. Endl means end of the line. And then it goes to the next line. Again, what do we have? 7 into 8 equal to, again, this is within quotes. So it's going to display 7 into 8 equal to, followed by 7 into 8. That is, it's going to display 56. So this is how it is going to work. Simple, isn't it? Now, remember, we can also use, multiple calculations in a single expression. We can have multiple values which are being calculated. Say, for example, we can have 5 plus 6 minus 3. So now, that means there must be a method or a procedure for the priority or the precedence of operation. That means which calculation will be done first. Like in maths, you have learned something called BODMAS. I believe you have learned that. That is bracket of division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. This is what you have learned. In computer, we have slightly, a different way of approaching that. What do we have is, almost something like that, but exactly it isn't. What we have is, first is parenthesis. That is this bracket, first bracket, circular brackets, curve. Remember, no other brackets can be used in a mathematical calculations. For example, I write something like this, 5 plus 6. Suppose in maths, I can do this, minus 3. So, in maths, I can do this. In computer, we cannot do this. We cannot put any other bracket other than the first bracket. So, if you want to put a bracket, you have to put the same type of bracket. We call it nested brackets. So you have to put the same type of brackets in a mathematical calculation. There is no doubt regarding it. So only one type of bracket. So you need not worry what bracket I am going to use, the first bracket or second bracket, nothing of that sort. Only the first bracket is used. And remember, whatever you write within this bracket will be evaluated first. Just like your BODMAS rule which you have learned in mathematics. So here, first, the content of the bracket will be evaluated first. Second, slash into and modulus, whichever comes first will be evaluated first. That means, unlike BODMAS where division will always be done before multiplication. No, here nothing of that sort. Here what happens is, here whichever comes first, that means even if multiplication is before division, it's going to get evaluated first. I'll give you an example. Suppose we have something like this, 5 into 2 slash 3. So suppose if I have this, what it will do is, it will first multiply 5 with 2. Unlike mathematics where 2 will be divided by 3. No, it isn't that way. So 5 will be multiplied by 2. Whatever is the result, it will be dividing by 3. Because slash into modulus have the same priority. Whichever comes first will be evaluated first. That is how it works. And lastly, we have plus or minus. That means again here also the same rule, that is whichever operator comes first will be evaluated first, not like mathematics. Here if I have 3 minus 5 plus 6, here first the subtraction will be done and then the addition, that is 3 minus 5 is minus 2, minus 2 plus 6 is plus 4. So that is how it is going to work. So here also it follows the same process, that is whichever operator among the plus and minus comes first will be evaluated first. This is how the entire mathematical expression gets evaluated. You need to understand this. And lastly, let me talk about this modulus operator. In modulus, what actually happens is, I'll give you a small example. Suppose if I write inside a program, don't think you can write it individually. I write 5 modulus 2. Some of you do not understand this, I know. So 5 modulus 2, what do you get? When 5 is divided by 2, the remainder you get is 1. So it's going to display 1. You see 5 divided by 2. 2 to the 4. The remainder is 1. So it's going to display 1 for modulus. However, if you write cout, remember this, 5/2, you are going to get the quotient 2. That is without the decimal point. You see, this is the way C++ performs calculation. Whenever you divide an integer, that is a number without a point, with another integer, you will always get the answer without a point. So, if you write cout 5/2, it's going to display 2. However, if I want in decimal point, that is 5/2 is basically 2.5. If you want C++ to give you the answer correctly, you should divide it this way. Cout, we write within bracket float and then 5 divided by 2. So this time what happens? When 5 is divided by 2, you get this time the answer in decimal point, that is 2.5. So instead of getting only the answer as 2, you will get 2.5. So remember, do not forget this. If you do not put the float within bracket, and the bracket is always parenthesis, first bracket, if you do not write this, you will never get the answer in decimal point. You will only get the quotient. Remember, only the quotient. That is the answer without the point. That is the quotient. If you put simply slash. And remember, modulus, how is it different from slash? Modulus is used to get the remainder when one number is divided by another number. And the process of evaluation, what is the process of evaluation? First, whatever content is within the parenthesis will be evaluated first, then slash into modulus will be evaluated next, and that too within themselves, whichever comes first will be evaluated first, and thirdly plus or minus, whichever comes first will be evaluated first. That's it. And this time also I will be giving you assignments, and I expect you all to do and post it on the WhatsApp group. Thank you.